Hey guys, it's BillBox here, and welcome back to another video of mini motorways. This is the third video we've done on the channel. Each one has gotten progressively better in both likes and views, so I decided, you know, what the heck? Let's do another one. So, yeah, I guess we're back again. So last time, which one was it? It was, no. Keep going. Oh, wait, no. I'm looking. Okay. Lisbon. I don't know how, or no, Busan is what we did last time. Oh, you could change the color. I didn't know that. Yeah, so we did Busan last time, and that we did really well on that. We did 1,529 trips. That was actually pretty darn good. So now we're on Reykjavik. That sounds Norwegian. Northernmost capital. I don't know where Reykjavik is, but we're gonna find out today. Well, we're not gonna find out, but we're gonna design their city for them today. I just also realized that you could actually click these buttons and it would change the color of the screen. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's go to Reykjavik. I don't know. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Probably. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of water. I mean, but then with a lot of these northern communities, it's literally all water and just tiny towns. So. Makes sense. I do not, though, want a building spawn here. So we're going to use a method that allows us to just place roads in the hopes of preventing a building from spawning there. So we don't get a very inconveniently placed building. I would also want to exile that spot from being occupied, as well as probably this spot, this spot, and this spot. And pretty much the idea behind this is a building won't spawn on top of a road, so you can actually control which types of buildings will spawn just by marking off sections with road. So you can kind of control not which buildings will spawn, but where the buildings will spawn, and that becomes very useful, especially in this game where it likes to pack stuff really close, which that isn't actually bad at all. Okay, let's give a pause here. I'm gonna have to redo all this. Let's run this house. I guess I can run it pretty darn close to the same road, and it'll literally just go right into there. Now that we have a building here, though, I do not want a building to spawn here, nor here. And I think that covers it all. Well, oh no, I don't have any more road tiles. Okay, and pretty much how this is gonna work is, if you haven't seen mini motorways before, is at the end of a week, so on Sunday, the end of Sunday, we will acquire a new card that we can pick, and it will give us different road tiles or stoplights or whatever. Also, this is a very inconveniently placed housing. Yeah, this is very inconveniently placed housing. Let's just say that much. Why did you have to go that way? That is so unfortunate. Because now this yellow is all by itself. So I literally can't get any more houses over here. So if a house spawns over here, I'd literally have to use an entire bridge just to connect it, which is very, very unfortunate. We also need to keep an eye on the fact that over time the map does expand. You can see, if you pay attention, you can very, very slowly see it starting to move out. Pretty soon it will expand another cube around, in which case we will have to work on zoning that off. Yeah, see, here's this yellow. I can't do anything with this yellow here because it's separated. I could do a stoplight. And early game that might work pretty well. However, I am out of road tiles, which we're about to get here. There we go. End of the week, we receive one. We could do a roundabout. That's more efficient. Let's see what a roundabout would look like really quick in here. You know, I can handle that. Let's see how it functions, though, is the main thing. Because the main goal of this game is to not let traffic slow down at all. Because as soon as they start to see stop like that, then traffic starts to back up. Especially when you're mixing colors, it becomes very chaotic. Okay, let's pause. Before a building spawns in, let's separate this off, so I don't think anything can spawn in that area at all. No. Let's hook up this house. Actually, I could just run it like that. I don't need to waste the road tiles. Boop. Okay. There we go. I think that's all. Okay, no, we don't want anything spawning here. We don't want anything spawning here. Oh, you could see there, it just expanded. We don't want anything spawning there. I'll do that as well. All right, I think that's okay. Yeah, you could definitely tell it's starting to speed up in adding land, or in zooming out and adding land. So it is Thursday. We're about to get our next card for the week. We're looking pretty good here. I'm happy with how this is all going here. I think we're doing okay. as far as trips go, which trips are these little icons above the buildings here, is every time one of these icons comes up, that means there's a car that needs to get here. And if the cars can't get here in time, then a timer starts, and then it all goes to crap. So yeah. All right. We have a lot of reds starting to form. It's starting to concern me. I don't have any bridges. Otherwise, I would run the reds around. I could run this yellow around, but that's, I mean, I guess I should probably get it out of the way. Honestly, in the future, any help that this yellow is going to be able to get will be a godsend, so it's worth doing that. Okay, we let a building spawn. That's fine. We don't want, now that building spawned, we don't want anything there. We don't want anything there. We don't want anything here. And nothing here. Okay. Ooh, this is kind of inconvenient. So I could, gosh, I don't have a bridge. If I had a bridge, I could run them separate. But I could just run a road. Nope. Run a road straight off this direction. And I'm out of road tiles. We're about to get some right now. There we go. I'll take the 40 road tiles. And we'll just run it straight down right like this. And I have to disconnect this because I don't want them being connected at all if they don't have to be. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think that'll get us, that'll handle us. Oh, why not connected to the yellows? Okay, hold on. We need to do some stuff here because houses are spawning where I do not want houses to spawn. You're not going to be connected, neither are you. I'm not going to allow them to be connected to the yellows. The yellows need to have their own private roadway at the very least, even if they're having to share share this little intersection with the reds here. Okay. You know what? Actually, we're getting plenty of houses over here. I think they can supply that building just fine. So I'm just going to leave these 2 houses for this one building. And there's 4 cars per house. So each house can maximize 4 trips in a single go. Ooh, this building just upgraded, so now it's gonna want a lot more trips. We have all our yellows are going to this, so we literally can't produce any more. So we should be fine. Okay, we've been expanding. I haven't been paying attention. Okay, don't want that. That's fine, I guess. We don't want anything here. Okay, you know what? This house is actually in the perfect spot here to just run straight in, and I can delete that and just set that right there. Actually, I don't even need that because nothing can spawn there so long as we keep it like that. Let's check anywhere else. I think we're good everywhere else. It was just that one spot. And yeah. All right. Let's give it a go again. Okay, there's another yellow here. That's not bad. Sorry if I'm pausing a lot. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get overwhelmed because it will happen very fast in this game. Okay. I think we're nope, there's another yellow. That's good. If this becomes an issue, I could always run a road straight up through here, connecting to all this whole other yellow network. That should be okay. I just kind of want to minimize traffic going through this, and if I have a lot of cars having to drive all the way down here to try and get to that, I'll have an issue. And by the way, we just unlocked a bridge, so I am going to pause here because I'm going to completely rework this. So all these reds right here, you're getting cut off. Every single one of these reds is going to go this way on a bridge like that. And then I'm going to get rid of this whole intersection and we're just going to connect the yellows in like that. There we go. Now they're segregated again, so I don't have to worry about traffic. Although traffic wasn't really that bad at all, but it is what it is. Maybe I wasted a bridge, but I think it's justified. Okay. No more houses spawning. Let's check. Okay, let's give it a pause. I do not want anything spawning here. Do not want, and then do not want. Okay. And then maybe if I get a building down here, I wouldn't mind it at all. So if we can get a building down here, you know what? I'll actually remove this one. As long as it's a yellow, though, because if we get a weird, you know what? I'll wait a little bit before I allow that one to be open until we get a bridge or a motorway or something, just in case it does happen to be a different, not another color, on the off chance. I do not want anything spawning here. Yeah, I could handle something spawning here. Although, same thing, I want to wait till I get a bridge before allowing anything to spawn there. I'm going to kind of let this spot right here open up because we're about to get another week and hopefully I'll get something good. But I'm okay with something spawning like right in this area. because there's really nothing around it. And I can also connect this building right here. I can get rid of that road. That doesn't need to be there. All right. Now we wait. Obviously, nothing can spawn there because there's a tree there. Motorway. Oh, my gosh. You know what? We're not large enough for a motorway yet. I think we can just handle with the bridge. That's painful to ignore the motorway, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, hold on. Let's give her a good pause. I can't connect that. That's just got to sit on its own now. Yeah, it screwed itself over. This red down here, I mean, I could just run it into here, honestly. It probably wouldn't even make a difference. So I'm just going to go do that. Just so we get as many trips to this place as possible. All right, here's another yellow. That's actually very convenient. All right. So, okay, there. Yeah. Oh, that is so perfect. You know what? I'm going to disconnect this. Man, everything's going perfectly so far. So far, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but everything's going really well. Okay. There we go. That should handle this building all by itself. Red. That is okay as well. I didn't realize that a red was about to spawn there, but that actually worked out very well because now I can just run that one house into it. Okay. We need to get back on making sure buildings can't spawn where we don't want them to. Like that's fine. Nothing can spawn there. Nothing's going to spawn there. Nothing's going to spawn. I don't want anything spawning here. All right. I think we've sectioned off everything. This is a good amount. We've only had to deal with red and yellows, which is really nice because I don't have to worry about one color spawning clear over here and having to run into a building way down here. That's been nice. Right here, I could probably handle a building, even if it is a different color. So I'm going to leave this spot right here open. You see this little square of 6 right here? I don't know if that's in the way. I don't think it is, but it'll expand to another set down here. And I'll let a building spawn there, because I think I can handle it. It's kind of in the open area too, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, we're about 1 day off from getting our next upgrade here. Yeah, this is going pretty good. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. Even if you don't watch my channel every day, subscribing still helps to promote my channel via the YouTube algorithm. I don't hate this at all. Actually, I don't. I think this is actually pretty good. Okay, let's make sure nothing spawns in either of these locations. Nothing's gonna spawn here. Nothing's gonna spawn here. Okay. This is actually okay. This is right in the spot where I said I wanted to, where I was okay having another color, and I got that. Now, the only issue with this other color now is I may have other colors spawn way up here at the top of the map, down here, just everywhere, so I do have to be careful with that, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, look, they're spawning relatively close to each other. Okay, there we go. Now we got a motorway. Now if a bunch of colors start spawning way up there, I should be fine because I can run a motorway to it. Or if I, for some reason, miss a color and they start spawning somewhere else, I should be fine as well. Okay, and here we are. I had to walk away from the computer for a second, so there's going to be a little gap in my thought there. But here we go. We got some more reds that need to be connected. These greens, they're all doing pretty darn well. I did connect some off camera. Let's see. I think we're good. I just had to look over again and recollect where my thoughts were and what we were doing. Okay, hold on. There's another red. I saw something spawn up here too. I don't see where it did, but I thought I saw something. Okay, maybe not. Oh yes, right here. That's pretty good. I can put that in there. Let's put this red up in there. All right, and this immediately upgraded, by the way, which is, now that we have so many cars attached to it, it's not really that big of a deal. So that's okay. There's a lot of cars spawning down here. That's kind of concerning. Let's make sure I have everywhere I don't want a building to spawn sectioned off. I could probably take a building right there. I'll leave these, or no. Oh, no, not yet. I'm not ready for a building yet. Oh, I do not want a building spawning up here. If I didn't section that off, a building would have spawned up there. I do not want a building spawning down here. Try not to have one spawning down there. Okay, not down here at all. No, that's not happening. Okay, well, hold on, pause. I'm getting overwhelmed already. Let's take another motorway. There's a yellow down here. Ooh, which one do I want to run it into? You know, it's closer to this one. I'm just going to run it in here. Just for simplicity, but if this upgrades it before this one, I'll run this one over here. There's There's another red house right here. There's a lot of red houses. There's another yellow house in here. It's okay. Let's just connect it in there. Okay, I think we're all connected. There's another yellow in there. You know what? I'm going to run, actually, now that I just got 2 yellows in there, I'm going to run these 2 this direction and completely get rid of this road right here. It's just wasting resources. I am going to put 1 back down, though, just to make sure. I don't think anything could spawn in there, but I don't want to run the risk. Okay, pause again. Something can spawn. Why are we... Oh, hold on. I just realized that we're got a timer up here. Why do we have a timer? Hold on. Let me... I'm okay with something spawning right there. I'm not okay with something spawning there. Not okay with something spawning there. Not okay with something spawning there. Nor there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Okay. Why... Okay, the timer's going away. Did we just have like a... Okay, pause. We just had like a momentary break in where people were actually driving to this? That's weird. Okay, hold on. We got this like this blue, grayish blue, cadet blue color spawn down here. It's not the most fortunate place for it to spawn, but it'll work. I can just run a road. I have plenty of road tiles to just run a road all the way over here. Like that. I think they'll be able to get there fast enough. I don't need anything right there because I have that road. Sorry for talking down a little bit. Yeah, I forgot I pulled my mic away for a second. Okay. Yeah, this cadet blue, I'm gonna call it cadet blue, but it's more like a purplish color. It's not in a horrible spot. I can take it. And we're getting plenty of houses spawning all in the same vicinity. Now, I did not want a house to spawn there. Okay. But it is what it is. Because in case there was like a yellow that I needed to run over here, I want to have this like this little triangle spot open right here. So I'm actually going to run something right there so nothing can spawn there. That way if I need to like click this house over to get down to here again, I can. I'm just going to try and fill that in as best as possible because I don't want anything spawning there. Okay. And here we go. Another, you know what? I'm going to take the traffic lights. I know I'm not using them, but in case I do have to, why are you generating trips so fast? What? It's already got a timer. What the heck? My cars can't get over there fast enough? Okay. Interesting. Are we going to be okay? You know what? Pause. Let's put this motorway here. I'm going to use a motorway. I'm going to delete this all. I'm going to use this motorway, and this motorway is going to run into here. I'm going to try and slant it as much as possible so that it's not such an aggressive turn. I'm going to have to place these back here again so that nothing spawns like that. That's okay. I think that works all right. I'm okay, I guess, with something kind of spawning here now. I think I have enough room here for something to spawn. The only reason I'm doing the motorway is so that they kind of speed up a little bit during transit. I think that's important, especially for some reason that seems to be journeys are taking a long time. Come on. Why are these things there? The road is right here for this one. Traffic is an issue, I think is what it is. Traffic is an issue. I am going to, you know what? Oh, I wish there was a bridge that you could bridge over these tiles. I wish you could do overland bridges. That would be so handy in this game. I am going to put in... Can I fit one in? I don't really want the reds to connect, but I don't think they will because there's nothing for them to get over here, so I think we'll be fine. I'm going to do a roundabout there to get rid of some of the traffic because I think traffic is what is slowing this down the most. Here, I literally can't do anything with this. However, it looks like we are slowly starting to catch up. I can't do anything with that really. Unfortunately, this one house that spawned here. So that's kind of unfortunate. It is what it is. The greens are doing okay as well. I had another yellow spawn up here, which is unfortunate. Okay. You know what? I'll take that. That's another yellow. I just got to figure out how to wire up a yellow to it. Ooh, I could, because there's a lot here, I could run this one. I know this is struggling, but I think that was just because of traffic. I think it's going to catch up. I'm going to run this house, because I have a ton of road tiles. I'm going to run this house over like that. Try not to destroy the tree, because that's also helping to keep things from spawning without actually using road tiles. And then I'm going to run, what was it? Oh, no. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to run this house up this direction as well to meet up with it. And I think that's okay. Because I think these 3 houses are doing plenty to provide all the support we need for this one building here. I just use a roundabout. I'm going to acquire another roundabout in case I have to. Let's make sure, by the way, nothing else can spawn. I'm going to place something here preemptively for when it expands. I think we're getting close to the maximum expansion, though. We should be getting close to the maximum map size. So I'm hoping that's the case. I do not want something spawning up here or up here now that I realize that these islands have just become available, because I do not want to have to run a long bridge up and over and around anywhere. So let's keep it like that. Okay. The yellows they're kind of catching up down here. Let's let the first cars get there and catch up. It is why are you generating so many trips? Okay, you know what? We're gonna just for now we're gonna connect not right there. We're going to connect all this together. I'm going to place a stoplight right here to kind of flow the traffic a little bit better. Here, do I need a stoplight? I don't think I need a stoplight anywhere else, really. It's just unfortunate the amount of yellows that we're getting. Gosh, you know what I could do? Is I could take this all off right here. Like so. Let's put something there so something doesn't spawn. I'm going to connect these 2 like this, and I'm actually going to run a motorway. I know it's kind of a waste of a motorway, but I think it will help just a little bit. Maybe with getting them over there faster, because it's now starting to become an issue. It is really becoming an issue now. And it's really becoming an issue. Hold on. Are we going to be okay here? We may not be okay. Okay, there we go. I think we're going to be fine. I think that helped, definitely, because now instead of having to go all the way up and around, they get to cut right over the greens. Okay, we're about to get our next next upgrade too. Hopefully we get another motorway, because I am out of motorways. Yeah, we got another one. I have endless amounts of road tiles here. I'm going to spawn in there. I think we reached maximum map expansion too. I don't think the map's going to grow at all either. I don't want anything spawning there. Any houses or anything. So I think we're going to stay here. And I got the achievement for 1,000 trips in Reykjavik. So we've technically beaten this map. However, we're going to see how long we can go for. There is a green that spawned here. Can I do anything with this? I can, but it's going to be... Well, I have so many road tiles at this point, it literally doesn't even matter. I'm just going to run this all the way up and around. Just because it's one green car, I don't mind connecting it with the blues that are going to go up towards this building over here. I'm going to connect that in right there. I'm going to put... Can I put a stoplight? I cannot put a stoplight in there. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. It is what it is. Okay, let's just make sure that these are all connected. Okay, I think these are all... I think now all these buildings can get more trips to them. So I think that's okay. Given there's just one green over here, so I really don't mind the fact that they're together. I don't think it's going to be... Oh, that is not what I meant to do. I don't think it's going to be much of a concern at all. I think... Oh, why are we generating? Also, I remembered again that I can actually zoom in. I've been keeping you guys on like zoomed out. So hold on. Yeah, we might lose here. I don't think there's anything I can do. I could run this in like this, but I think we're done. We're done. Yep. Well, that's been quite an eventful, yep. That's been quite an eventful 1,200. That's pretty darn good. So 69 days. That's pretty darn good. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Nice little mini motorways in the chaos of the rest of the channel. So next, what's the next one we unlocked? Hold on. The next one we're gonna play on next time we do mini motorways is gonna be Vancouver. Okay, that should be interesting. Canada. It's in Canada, right? Yeah, it's in Canada. Anyways, I'm gonna thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. Whoop.